Now, again, the question always remains constant. How are we doing it? We are using mass communication for it. So, if I have to go through all the points again, I would say you launch a product. Okay. When you launch a product, you want the world to know about your product so that you have takers for your product. You're not launching it only for yourself, you're going to launch it for everyone, you're going to launch it to sell, to earn money out of it. So when you're launching a product, you want everyone around to know about it and buy it, which you can do by placing some ads on television, on radio, and so on, so that there is an awareness which is created. Now, why will people buy your product if they do not trust you? So you need so mass communication helps you build trust, because when people see your advertisements on television, or they repetitively keep on coming across your brand name at different locations, maybe at stores, at the with their friends having it, or maybe at the railway station, maybe at the metro station, maybe at the subway, maybe on just a commercial during the cricket match, or maybe just you know maybe this particular brand is sponsoring the FIFA or the football match or the soccer match, or maybe even the rugby or the baseball game, and you slowly and gradually start trusting the brand because the brand is already doing a lot. Now, possibly you do not need a new phone, but still you feel you need one after reading through the features of this particular phone. Suddenly you feel that your phone has become slow, your phone is hanging on you, and the phone is not working fine anymore. Plus, the phone doesn't give you a lot of, it doesn't have a very good RAM, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, and maybe the list would be never ending. Maybe you were very happy with the phone just a few days back ago, or maybe just a few days ago, you were very happy with the phone. But from the time you have seen this new particular phone, you cannot see anything else. You just want that new phone. Right. So what are you doing? You're actually creating need. Now how do you do that? In order to create need, I would say the best form is you advertise it on a billboard, you advertise it on a standee, and you advertise it on the television as well as newspaper. In order to create need, depending upon what the product is, considering it as a cell phone, you can create need on television or newspapers or maybe so on. So once you have created the need for the product, you know, okay, all right, there is a need for the product and people would like to buy it. Now, image building, you build a particular image about your brand, whether it's a good brand, it's an economic brand, it's an expensive brand, it's a high class brand. A common person will not be able to afford a BMW car, a Beamer, I would say. Why? Because people, they wouldn't even attempt, a common man wouldn't just walk into the Bavarian Motor Works showroom and tell that, can I test drive this car? No. If you're walking into this kind of a showroom, you have to be filthy rich. I mean, you have to be rich enough, because when you walk into this kind of a showroom, you would be like, okay, I walked in. Now what? Now I you need to buy this. I mean, it needs a lot of guts to have a car. I mean, no offense, nothing personal to anyone, but I wouldn't be able to walk into a BMW showroom and just ask for a test drive, because for a fact that I know that I will not be able to afford that. Or same goes even with the Mercedes or maybe a Jaguar or Land Rover. So though I had this wonderful opportunity to work with this company called the Jaguar Land Rover. So, but otherwise, so you have that image in your mind, whether this is expensive. But now the same thing, if you go to a Toyota showroom, you'd be like, okay, I can still afford a Toyota. You go into a Ford, you can be like, okay, you can afford a Ford or maybe some economic brand. You can just take a look at it and you'll be like, okay, I can afford it. It will be a good thing. These brands simultaneously also influence the society. So, you know, with the help of mass media, you target a particular sect, a particular gender, a particular group of people, and state that, well, we have a special deo only for men. This is like the example of Axe. If I give you the example of Axe deodorants where it's supposed to be manly. So whenever you see the advertisement of an Axe deodorant, you're like, oh, that's a manly deodorant. So men should use it. You would hardly find any females buying an Axe deodorant or maybe an Axe perfume. It's supposedly claimed to be an sex appeal, which I don't know. Didn't work out for me though. But anyway, jokes apart, um, I would say that that is what is associated with the brand or with that particular product. So the society is influenced by now. Most of the teenagers buy Axe and they feel that they can actually turn on a female. True, false, I don't know, but that's what mass media has done. Now, how do you even do that? The way when you advertise it, the way you advertise it, now when you advertise it on something like a television, showing that maybe all girls are getting attracted and don't fade away and so on, that being the tagline of Axe. You have radio ads would be less effective though in this television ads would be the most effective in case of something like deodorants or whenever you want to influence society. You can have television ads. Depending upon the product, you can target television. You can if it's a bike or something, you can have print media ads, for example, the newspaper. You can have radio and so on. So depending upon product to product, it depends actually which product you are trying to influence the society about. If it's a bike, whether it's a masculine bike, or if it's a scooty, if it's say it's a scooty. So you want to influence the females to get onto this particular scooter, which is more of a feminist scooter, and you have a special pink color in it, and so on. That's what I call influencing the society, right?